Yo, what's going on, guys? How's it going? Letting some people join in and we'll get started. How high do we fly? I mean, I can give you my opinion on this. Let's see. Trying to find my message on it. Basically this. When you catch a move like this that fits the weekly profile, daily profile, all that, holding till the close, you're generally going to get towards the high end of the daily range. What's up, Jermaine? So, ideally we do, close into the highs, which it looks like we're about to. But offset distribution, so like obviously that's not a bad spot to take off a position. So, but I can go ahead and review kind of this morning. Let me pull up. It's gonna be easier if I pull up my my messages from this morning so you guys can understand my mindset. Oh, all right, my mic's on. Everything's good. Cool. Let me go to this morning in the Discord. I have to go quite a ways. Hold up. Sorry. Oh, we're almost there. Sorry, it's taking a minute. I'm just searching through the Discord. But we got time. All right, cool. So, essentially my first message this morning was this. Yeah, you can see I left the arrow on there. Now, why is that? I'll go ahead and go through and explain it. So, we'll just hide this for now. And then we'll hop into the chart. The first thing we start with is the daily chart. Now, if you remember in my stream yesterday, what was I talking about? This move up from equilibrium of this daily range, right? Now you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday creating this low. If Wednesday creates the low, and we have Wednesday low of week, right? So Wednesday low of week, I'm expecting a continuation or an expansion up Thursday, Friday, right? Now, this is the day before NFP. Sorry, I had that on for explaining it to someone. This is the day before NFP, so not looking to trade that. But then why looking at this volume imbalance? So if we go back to my messages real quick, I will explain this as well. Just trying to find it so you guys can understand my thought process. So right here. Oh, wrong one. Well, anyways, was talking about this volume imbalance being bearish to that, then bullish, right? And why is that? We'll mark out premium and discount of this range, right? Ideally, I want to find a discount array. Now, with NFP, we're not always going to do that. We can refine our range, but here's the PD array I'm looking at. So then I drop down to the hourly. You can see now we can kind of refine this discount premium from this low to this high, right? Now, ideally, we would have tapped into that. We didn't, but that is fine. We reach back into the daily volume imbalance. So then, how could you actually get into this trade? I was trying to walk through it in the messages this morning in indices chat, but what do we notice about this low here, right? We sweep liquidity at the opening price. Now, if we switch to ES here, what do we notice about the opening or that same low here? Not taken, right? So going back to NQ, we have this low being taken. So sell stops being ran. And what else do we have? We have an SMT on this low. Sorry, that was really loud. We have an SMT on this low, right? So then we get this displacement up. Now, let me replay this so we can walk through it. We get this up. Now, if we go back to the hourly, where is the imbalance? Fills the imbalance, right? So that's kind of the first target. Then we have equal highs. So what do we see after this? Well, if you've seen my mitigation block video, marking out old order blocks used for new buying. What do we have? We have a reach into this order block, right? Now we're consolidating, making low resistance liquidity. Now we sweep this low resistance liquidity, right? You can see the reaction we got out of here, right? If we go to a lower time frame, very aggressive down, aggressive up. That's like the box setup, right? So we get a move over and close over what? This down close candle. Switch that to sell stops. Now when that is formed, we can anticipate what? Price to react off of there, right? And then you can see these down close candles into here, into the fair value gap or order block. That's a propulsion block. So then I wouldn't want to see price disrespect the mean threshold of this. And where is that? There we go. And you can see it does not. Let me look at some questions. But let me actually just continue this. If price reaches back into this, should be supported, but looking at this move down, rejection out, right? Kind of the targets for that. You can use this if you want as well. Doesn't really matter. I personally like to use the high that made the low. If we drop down to a lower time frame, technically we could use this. So it's all going to be about the same. It's not the main reason for this, but then it already did that, but reach for this 4 to 4.5 standard deviations, right? So that's kind of the move from today. And I'm pretty sure we got SMTs right here as well, right? Okay. Yeah. You can see at that same time, ES did not take these lows. So we form an SMT there as well. So that's kind of that move today. It was all kind of based off of what the weekly profile daily chart, right? And then if you take a look at AM Trade's tweet, he actually said it very well. Let me actually just pull that up because I retweeted it. So this is the exact framework he used in his trade, right? That's why I recommend his videos to people. But what does he say right here? This is a lot of this is what people are gonna miss, right? Right here. When news release opposes the narrative, you have confirmation, right? So what does he mean by that? If we're wanting a continuation higher here, and we want accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, what happens if NFP, instead of manipulates down, manipulates up? Does that fit the narrative to go higher? No, it's opposite. So when NFP manipulates down, that is the confirmation to continue higher, right? Back into the previous range. So he drops like sauce like that and no one even notices. So figured I'd talk about it. All right, let me pull some of these questions. We have a double bottom on NQ, made a And ES made a lower low. Is that SMT? Yeah, it's an SMT. I don't prefer that SMT, but it's still SMT for me. When scalping the 1 minute time frame, here's the thing, right? You're scalping the 1 minute time frame in here. Is it going to be easier to trade down or up? Up, right? So even if you're scalping the lower time frames, the higher time frames are important, right? It's going to be a lot easier to trade with this higher time frame narrative than it is against it. Doesn't mean you can't trade short. Like in the Discord, I know someone traded this. We'll replay. Right? So up here, I was talking, you can go back through my messages in the Discord. I was talking about a retracement in here, right? Why? Price reaches up into here. What do we have with ES? ES takes that high. The same, or I can't remember what it was. We need to get off the 1 minute. Actually, that's why I was on there. Hold up. No, here, kind of tripping a little. Oh, maybe it was right there. I was calling for that. Anyways. Oh, never mind. It was a lower time frame SMT right here. I remember. So right at 10:24. So yeah. So you see right here. We'll replay this. This is why I was saying retracement. I was like, I swear there's an SMT there. We see that NQ hasn't taken this high yet. And if we pull up, you can see 948 to about 1030 on ES. 948 to 1030. Right there, 948 to 1030. You see the SMT, right? Sorry. So then this was framed as a reversal, right? And what do we know? Aggressive out, aggressive back in. We go sweep this sell side or low resistance liquidity, right? So yeah, you can take a short-term scalp in here. But it's going to be a lot easier to trade from this out, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Talk how I chose the volume imbalance. All right, let me clean up these drawings real quick. That is not what I wanted to do. Right. So I'm pretty sure I said it last night in the Discord, but here's my mindset, right? We'll replay it. Here, I don't really care for anything. We're trading in a range. I've talked about that in the Discord earlier. Trading in quadrants, it's easier to, trade out of the quadrants. Now, next day, we get this down move. I still have no real bias here. We're just in a consolidation. I actually prefer, like if I was going to be trading intraday right here, I'd be preferred to look for longs, right? But then here we drop down. Now this is where I actually start to look at something, right? Because we've reached back down into a discount of the previous range. So what is more favorable? Longs or shorts? Longs, right? Buying at a discount. Now, pretty obvious, this gap. And this is why, if you're wondering, I don't see it on my chart. You probably have settlement turned on. It just looks like shit. So turning that off, we have this gap. Now on this next candle, the candle I don't really care for, the day before NFP, what do I notice? We get this close above the previous candle's high and the body here, and this volume imbalance, right? And we want to keep going. Mean threshold of this up close candle, right? So we're just violating bearish PD arrays. If we're going to continue lower here, we should have respected this to go lower and at most this up close candle, right? Done that. But we didn't, right? We close over. So then I'm like, okay, if we're going to get a retracement, because on NFP, I'm looking for a large range of manipulation. If we're going to manipulate, where would we go? Well, I just like, it's just what caught my eye, right? We have a volume imbalance here. What else do we really have? That's what caught my eye. Drawing that out. Then you see the next day, and that's where you get your reaction there. And if you've watched any of my previous live streams, you know everything for me comes off the daily chart, right? So I mean, if you really wanted to narrow it down, you could look at you know, that even kind of mess around with it. I personally just prefer off the daily. Yeah, event. That's what I was talking about in the Discord. Is SMT to your note? For me, SMT is a large part of my analysis. For example, down here. Why did this hold? The one time I'll look at YM for a reversal. I won't really use YM intraday for SMT, but I will use it on higher time frames at points of interest. So 60-minute up daily. Volume imbalance? Yeah, internal, external. That's how it goes. So what Matt or Sniper there is talking about, which I'm going to have him on my main YouTube, is this. Even very simply put, what is this? Fair value gap. Now we take that out of the premium. Here's the fair value gap and a discount. Right? Cool. Internal. Where do we go from internal? External. There's our drawn liquidity. There you go. Yeah, Thursday's next day model. There's a reason, like I didn't just randomly put in my Discord channel all of these. Like these are not random videos to choose. If you watch these all together and you combine them, you will see something. And then these are the only concepts I use. Mainly. How do you choose proper retracement? It's about timing, right? Let's go back here. In Q 5-minute. Volume imbalance here. We'll go back out to the daily real quick and move this up there. All right. In Q 5-minute. Reaches into the volume imbalance at what time? New York Open. Important time? Possibly. I would say so. Go look at previous NFPs. They kind of done all the same all the same thing every time. Oh, here. I'll give you guys a link. Ready? Go take a look at this video from AM Trades after we are done streaming. Save that. Go watch this video. This video is basically the exact same setup as this previous NFP. All right, let's see. But yeah, let's see. There we go. After taking that high. All right, I don't know if there's any more questions there. But that's kind of the review on NFP. Manipulates down into PD array at the right time, then goes higher. Here's the thing. There's lots of people on the lower time frames trying to catch the longs right here. Most of the time, even if it reverses here, 930 is going to offer something. You can throw your question. Don't spam it like 5 times. Where's this list in the Discord? If you go to the Discord, and on the left side where it says members charts, I'm always in this channel. That's where I live. But I post all this stuff in my little channel that just says TT, the monkey. In MMXM, should we wait till the price moves over the mitigation block or MMS? That's up to you, right? Now, I've talked about this before. This is a little bit of a different example because our low risk buy is here, right? And our silver bullets up here. But you can kind of decide because a lot of times the framework is going to look like this. Let me replay so I can draw it out. A lot of times the framework is going to be something like this. Price will reach up into here, This will be the 2022 model long, right? This is our low risk buy. Then we invalidate this, and then we either reach lower, form some sort of order block or new PD array. There's a fair value gap in here, or we get a sweep to continue higher. Then we have another order block right here to continue higher. Now, this is a little different than today, right? Because our low risk buy happened here. We didn't really get this, right? Like if we move ahead, you can see we don't like respect this at all and get that retracement down, right? Now we retrace back into here. Do we have PD arrays? Yeah, we have fair value gaps in here, right? Now if I was going to be longing in here, where's my stop need to be? For me, needs to be like under here, right? Ideally right there, because body low here, inversion right here, right? Fair value gap. So I wouldn't personally be taking this because my first target is this high. I don't really like that risk reward. So what I wait for is then a sweep, right? Now we have a sweep and a mitigation block. My friend Matt, he caught this entry right here, but what do I look for? Well, we have an order block forming out of there now. Right? Does it hit? Just misses that one, right? Well, we're on the 4-minute chart. I don't know why we're on the 4-minute chart. I honestly don't know how we got there. But order block there. There we go. Then we form another order block here. So if I miss this entry, so here, there's a few ways to get entry here. This low, right? Where's my stop need to be? A lot lower. This order block, I'm fine with my stop below this order block. Safe would be under this low. Now we have another order block. My entry is there. I want it on this low. Right? We have another order block. If I take that break, then this low, right? And that's when you have one-sided expansion. Order blocks are the base of that expansion. What color do you use for your boxes? Let me pull it up for you. 31% and this one right here. I don't know where I get 31%, but that is it. Version of the 12:30 manipulation. I don't watch anytime after AM session, so I don't really have any feedback on that, but we can like watch it if we want. So kind of here's lunch, there. So right here, get some consolidation, move higher. There is ideally manipulation. Into a discount, sweeping this low. So this means what? From this high to this low, that's a higher time frame imbalance, right? Might be like 30-minute. You just keep going, but I treat that as an imbalance, right? Because what do I see? Price delivers up to here. It gives a one-sided move all the way up here, back down here. So from this high to this low, there's an imbalance there. Maybe it's like 1 hour. Oh, whatever. But that's how I do it sometimes. But we retrace back into here. Now what can we anticipate? We're going to continue higher. I wouldn't want to see what low broken. That low, right? So I could look for a setup in here. See if we have some sort of SM. I don't want to like skip, but I look for SMT in this point of interest. But if I move, then it's going to be wrong. So fair value gap. Order block. Looking for that high. We'll see. Yeah. No, I just don't trade PM session. It goes and takes it, but like during an AM session, this would just go take that high. We get another move down. What time is that? 13. I mean, here's the start of the kill zone, right? PM session, 1:30. Let me look real quick and see if we have an SMT on that. No, we don't. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I get lost in the PM session. That's why I never watch it. I know what I want to see from right here to there. We talked about this in my last live stream. This is the area I'm focused on. I don't really care for after that. If I was long, I'd get stopped out here from down here. Let's see. 5-minute mitigation was my entry today. Sick. SLB below the AOB. The only thing I didn't like here is we never tapped into a discount or rebalanced the fair value gap. Very small. But like earlier in the day, this would work. So yeah. I don't look after, like, long story short with your question, I don't know because I never watch after lunch. What's up, Avant? Background chart color, F5, F5, F5. Do I look at DXY? Yeah. I do look at DXY. DXY didn't really support this, but DXY hasn't been supporting much. I don't really use DXY much with the indices, honestly. I use it more if I'm looking at Forex. If I'm trading EU or GU, then yeah. Indices, I don't really care for it. Candle colors, sure. 83B 885, and then the black is just the default. Background color F5, F5, F5. Do I use seasonal tendencies? I'll look at them. They're not like a main part of my analysis. If you watch all the videos I put in my Discord, that I just showed you at the beginning of this video, that's my model. What pair can one trade during London session? You can trade really anything. I personally don't trade London session because I focus so much on the daily profile and I wait for Asia and London to tell me what New York's gonna do. All right, ready? We'll go down to my order block section in the Discord. So order blocks need to be off an important level. So, oops, right there. Order block, right? This forms another order block there, but sweeps liquidity. Simply put, I'm looking for it to sweep liquidity, or I'm looking for a reach into a fair value gap, or I'm looking for a move off of another order block, which is a propulsion block, which is actually my next video. Do you ever chart in TOS? No, I do not. I used to, like a long time ago. Give me 1 second here real quick. It's just gonna go back to my streams. This screen real quick. Have to see one thing. All right, cool. When it opened up my save file, I just want to make sure I didn't like dox myself. How to pair a strong pair, weak pair. So going over to futures, that's how I do it. I'm looking to pair a strong currency with a consolidating or weak currency, or a weak currency with a strong or consolidating currency. So for example, here, what is our strong currency or consolidating currency? Dollar, right? Dollar's consolidating or strong, but really it hasn't been great. But yen, right? For example, this week the yen was strong, right? Coming off of, pop into it. this PD array down here, right? It was holding this fair value gap. And then what do we have? Discount premium of this range, right? So if yen is going to retrace here, be strong. Cool. So we have a strong currency. Now we can pair it with a weak or consolidating currency. So earlier in the week, what's consolidating? Dollar. So I could look at USD JPY, or I can look for something weak, right? Oh, look at Australian dollar, AUD JPY. Well, let's hop over here real quick. AUD JPY. We'll look at the daily chart. Look at the movement it gets, right? USD JPY. Decent movement. Go back here. So looking with yen, what else is weak? Euro. Euro has been weak. Euro is weaker relative to the pound as well, right? Pound's consolidating. So Euro JPY. Right? And then we get, dang, I'm pretty sure I called this out in Matt Lober's stream earlier this week. Kind of upset. That, right? Reach into, down close candles, there, sweep, close below, or close above previous day high, and goes higher. But yeah, that's kind of how you pair currencies. Hopefully it makes sense. Right? So you just want to find weak currencies, pair it with strong. Treat it like a fraction. It'll make more sense. Right? What do I mean by that? Well, if you understand how fractions work, you went to school, right? Let's say if this is going up and this is going up, what does this do? Basically remains unchanged, right? We'll do this. Now, if this is going up and this is doing nothing, what happens? That goes up. If this is going up and this is going down, well, that makes it twice as big, right? So if you pair a strong currency with a weak currency, lots of movement. Now we go the other way. If we pair a weak currency with a weak currency, what happens? Don't really care for it, right? They're both moving down. If you pair a weak currency with a consolidating currency, you're going to get downwards movement. Now, if you pair a weak currency with a strong currency, your denominator is getting bigger, numerator is getting smaller, it's going to be a lot smaller, right? So that's, I literally think of like fractions for pairing currencies. How to trade the weekly range? Look at the video from AIM Trades. Yeah, Euro, GBP. I mean, those are going to be decent in London session. If dollar's not consolidating, like, I'm not going to look and trade pound right here. The only time I'll look to trade pound is what? That area, like outside this area. Right? So if you were in my Discord, you remember this. I posted about that. But other than that, it's consolidation. I prefer not trading the SMR. It really depends. Like this morning, SMR, right? Because of the narrative. But I prefer to trade the reaccumulation, even like this. Like even on ES here, here's this low, right? Now, I would rather trade off of this or off of this than trying to catch the low. What happens is a lot of people just try to catch lows, stop, then they catch one, right? Why not just wait for it to start trending and then hop on? Central bank dealing range, I don't use it personally. 1 second. I threw that in chat. All right, how can I know the pair I want to check to find SMT? I mean, I can make a list for it, but like, for example, Euro. Do you watch my video on SMT for like the majors? A good way to practice daily bias. I mean, it depends how you get your daily bias. So like for me, I have my daily bias video. Yeah, that works, right? But like I got a lot of questions yesterday. Why was I bullish on a Thursday here? Because if you were in my stream yesterday, bullish on a stream or bullish on Thursday when we close below the previous day low, right? And then I'm like, well, I add other things. I use that concept, but I'm pairing it with other things like discount premium, imbalances, order blocks, PD arrays, weekly profile, right? It's not the only thing I use, right? So it's kind of just practice, right? Like if you just go through each daily chart, each daily candle, I'm not going to do it right now, but and then anticipate the next day, right? If you can anticipate the next day, that's all you need. So here, anticipating bullish. This was a day I was bullish, Monday, right? Here, bullish as well. Here I was bullish as well in my journal. 3 days of expansion, consolidation, right? Here, there's actually a 1 hour setup in here. But after this, it's consolidation. Then we get sweep of a low, close inside, Wednesday low a week, expand out. Let's take a look real quick at this week versus this last week. What do? Monday. We don't have Monday, so nothing. Tuesday, consolidation. Wednesday forms a low. Thursday, Friday, expand. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday forms a low. Thursday, Friday, expand. If you go into the indicator section of the Discord and talk about it, it's ICT, kill zones, and pivots. Those are the only settings. So. When do you look? It's all within the weekly profile, and it's kind of hard to explain. Like it all merges together. That's why I put 3 videos on the daily bias section, not just one, right? Like right here. Here we combine closing back inside previous day. We have Wednesday, low of week. We have SMT right here, right? News events next day. Like this all lines up, right? Similar thing here, all lines up. I'm not gonna look at in Q 5 minute right now, man. Like we just had 300-point move and we're consolidating. I'm not trying to trade that. If you're, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I have a video. I'm gonna be working on a video for daily profile. For weekly profile, just check out AM Trade's video for the time being. I'm gonna work on him, or we're gonna work together on a little collab or something. But for now, just watch that video. He explains it perfectly. He's the one that helped me learn daily or weekly profiles. So yeah, well, the daily bias will tell you what profile, daily profile works. Like it's not, you don't really align the weekly profile and daily profile. I mean, you kind of do, but like, let's say you have a classic sell day, right? Here's how I'll explain it. We have a classic sell day template, and then, oops, then we have a classic buy day template, right? Now, how do I decide between these two? Well, if my daily bias is bearish, which one am I going to choose? There we go. If I'm bullish, which one am I going to choose? There you go. So my daily bias knocks one of these out. Now, what happens when London doesn't set a low here? Or what happens when London sets this low here? Oh, there we go. What happens if London doesn't set this low here? I'll leave it at that. AUD USD, I'd use dollar. It's going to be inversely correlated, but I would use dollar for that. Or you can use NZD USD. All right. But if you guys want to ask some questions otherwise, I will be getting off soon. I'm just going to do this as long as we have questions. How many daily profiles? I use 2, sometimes 3. And then there's a 4th one I trade on days like today, which I can explain. Let me just find. Oh, it's too big. All right, hold up. There we go. Okay. Does this one look like fun to trade? Someone in the comments, let me know. Does this look fun to trade? I'll continue when someone answers that. Does this thing look like fun to trade? No. Awesome, thank you. I don't trade that one. Does this one look fun to trade? No. All right, cool. Don't trade that one. Sweet, so now we're down to 4 of them. Awesome. All right, which ones look like the most fun, or like you get the most range out of it? Probably this one, right? See that? Awesome. Sweet, this one, I'm using this one. Cool. Now, what about this one? That's a big bit of range there. I'll use this one. Now this one, yeah, we catch that range after New York. Cool, I'll use it. This one, this is a news event one, so unless there is a news event, but lots of range. Cool. There are the 4 templates I look at. Now let's go look at today, what happens, right? Well, we have a consolidation, manipulation on news release, and then continue higher. Which one does that look like? Some would say maybe this one. You might be right. Consolidation, manipulation. Where do we close? Open, low, close, close. Awesome. Nice. There's one. That one I only look at news events. Nice. So that leaves us at 3 on a normal day. Let me clean this up a little. And I gotta I'll drop this in the Discord, but sweet. So now we have 3 templates that I look for on a day-to-day basis when I have bias. Now, how do I decide between these? Well, I'll leave that to you to study in your charts and the fact that I already said it 15 minutes ago in this video. But there, that should be enough to get you going before I release my videos on it. Now, I will share this in the Discord for y'all to use if you want to study. And the funny thing is, now everyone's all excited about it. Have I talked about this before? I don't know, have I? Yeah, I have in my Discord. Look at this. How many did I talk about? 2 of them, maybe 3. And then I tell you how I use them. It's crazy that I give this stuff away. It's just most people don't pay attention to it. Most stuff I don't say without thinking about it. I'll drop this in. I just put it in my Discord chat. So now you go study those, and I'll say one thing. Let's go put my time back on there. What time am I focused on? Midnight open. So when it says open on the template, there you go. Then you just practice drawing them out. What is this? Consolidation. What do we have here? News release. What do we do up here? Close. Oh, what template does that look like? Consolidation rate on news release. Cool. Go to previous day. Why was I bullish yesterday? Well, daily chart. What do I see here? Open. Not gonna be straight because I'm one hand in it. Oh shit. Yo, I got rice cooking, man. I forgot about that. How long has it been? How long have we been on here? I might have to go run and get my rice. Anyways, what do we do here? What one does that look like? I'll let you guys decide. I'm gonna be right back. My rice is definitely probably burnt. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be back. All right, we're back. Let me oh, I'm on the disclaimer screen. That wasn't the right one. Well, y'all got that extra disclaimer. Now my salmon's in the fridge. The rice is not destroyed. We're good. Do I mark out a volume imbalance even after it's been filled? I don't know. I just clicked that. Hold up. Man. Yeah. Any PD array can be used as an inversion. So why this one? Well, did we react off of it? Yeah. We closed over it. Use it as an inversion. Which... Let me go to my replies real quick on Twitter. Five hours ago. Inversion. There you go. Hopefully that helps the question. Nah, I don't have brown rice. The rice was fine. I didn't check I didn't check the part on the rice cooker. But that's fine. I can use the rest of it. Is it true that void is the strongest PD array? On it, I don't know. The thing is, the way I trade, I don't like focus on this is the strongest PD array. If you get the right time and the context and everything right, then whatever PD array you choose is gonna work, right? Like, let's go to NQ here. Go to like 2 minute maybe. And price is trending up here. Oh, this inversion. This was so strong. Right? You see that reaction after we close right over it? No, it's like any PD array right here is going to be working. Right? Like you could choose this, mitigation. That's going to work. Any PD array is going to work when you have the right context and time. And that's why, like, someone was asking me, well, I didn't get filled on this 930 Judas swing when we formed the order block here. What can I do? Well, here's what I say. If I have the context to run for these highs, and even higher today, right? And I see we change the state of delivery here. Am I going to be worried about 6 points and missing out on first 130? Probably not. But market entries were made for. There you go. So, yes, if you watch my order block video, I explained that as well. Rice is consolidating. Yeah, I think many people try to incorporate too many things. Yeah, I talked about it in my video with Ash Trades, actually. Like, I'd said maybe 25 words in that whole video. I was just letting him cook. But the one words I said was people focus on too many PD arrays. And what they do is then they're like, let's just give an example here. They have the context wrong, right? So then they'll do some stuff like this, right? Oh, this is gonna react, right? Like when we retrace back up here, we're gonna go lower, right? If they don't have the context, right? Oh, this doesn't work. Don't worry, we got that order block to support price lower. Oh, that doesn't work. Don't you worry now. We got that mean threshold of the order block. That's gonna put in the work. Oh, that's not gonna work. Don't worry, we got that rejection block. Oh, that's not gonna work. Don't worry. It's just a sweep now into this higher time frame to move lower. You see what I mean? Why it doesn't matter like what PD arrays you focus on or choose. What matters is the higher time frame and the narrative. ICT isn't about the entry models, guys. Right? It's about the narrative that he gives you. He teaches you, if you choose it, how to determine when and where price should reach for. From then, it doesn't really matter what your entry is, it's just you're in the market, you know? So, daily profiles do work on FX, yeah. Look at GU. I kind of already looked at GU. You could scan this thing at a grocery store, man. Like, that look fun? Which looks more fun here, guys? This or this? I'll let you answer that question for yourself. If I was going to pair it with something, like, yeah, GBP USD had a decent day today because pound finally decided to drop a little, but mostly because dollar decided to leave this consolidation. Right? So this is not the pound's doing, right? When you see this movement on GBP USD, this is not the pound's doing. This is dollar making this move. So yeah, I would rather not look at GU. I'll get this thing off my screen, nor EU. Gold, nice SMT. Not fun really either. You can see what I was looking at here. AUD, USD, USD CAD. But that was because AUD, USD put in equal lows here. After doing what? Sweeping a high. Up close candle on the move that swept the high. Order block, continuing lower. Not quite. Daily hour 5. Stocks video. I mean, I can go to this. Let's see if they have some that I was watching. Yeah, so like this is one I've been messing with. Weekly time or monthly time frame. So I've just been watching. I think it's kind of fun to look at stocks like this, but we have an old low. We purge the low, get displacement out. You see, we respect this fair value gap, displacement higher. So then, where's our discount premium? Right there. Now we have this fair value gap here, but for me, my eyes were just drawn to the volume imbalance. So we reach the volume imbalance, go to the, oh, come on, man. There we go, reach the daily. I mark at the manipulation move into that volume imbalance. Here we shift structure, right? Because of the narrative. Yeah, I want the close, but you don't really need it. There. Uses it inversion, continues higher, right? Where do we hit? 2 to 2.5. We retrace, right? There's some other ones I was watching that, like, this one I was wrong on. I'll show you. So I was looking at DIS here, took out 2020 lows, right, for longs. See, worked out. Then we reach into weekly fair value gap with a high resting above it. When we purge into here, then I was looking at the daily chart for this, right? Now, wrong bias as we continue higher. You can see after we sweep an ultra high, if I'm trading external to internal, still get a retracement that you can profit off of, right? Hopefully that makes sense. The only other one, let's see if AMD still has my markups. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. So, yeah, you can do it. I prefer to do it on the higher time frames because I'm not intraday trading stocks. I'm swinging or adding shares. Let's see. You like it? I mean, it's kind of fun to look at. It's a lot of stuff to look at though. Like, I mean, this is the one I saw this morning. We took these lows. Hold up. I had an alert here because if we were going below this low, I was, yeah, we'll just say that. But example of if we're bullish, right? This is why I like to look at the higher time frames. If we're bullish, right? What occurs? Buying below old lows. Will you look at that? And that's an insane move on the day. Now, pairing Apple with NQ because of, you know, you understand stock market and how everything correlates in there. Tech, NQ. So if you have NQ bias long, you can go to individual stocks, trade that. But I don't personally do that because I just focus on NQ and stuff. Hey, that's not what I'm saying, obviously. I'm not saying anything about longing anything or all that. I'm just saying when we run old lows in an uptrend, what occurs? Buying, because that is where people get stopped out of their position, right? For example, here, if someone is long in here, their stops at this low. What happens when you run their stops? Then we go. That's what order pairing is. Yeah, if that's why, yeah. I mean, you have to understand the contracts you're choosing. Oh no. AM, my favorite source of financial advice is this guy on Twitter named AM Trades. He gives me all my financial advice. No. But I don't really mess with too many stocks, to be honest. If I was going to day trade stocks, I would be trading the Strat, not ICT, most likely. So. Is there a delay on this stream, man? Hold up. Find this out. I don't think there is. Oh, it has normal latency. My bad. It's slightly delayed. Chill. I had to, man. You set yourself up for that. But in queue. AM, I was explaining your tweet today, how much sauce you dropped in it. I didn't even mention most of it. I just mentioned what you said in the title. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to really talk about and then answer questions. I haven't really been messing with many stocks, to be honest. I mean, just like the basic ones. But yeah. Waiting on that reversal video. We like that. But yeah, what is these are consolidation pairs. So this is just when dollars consolidating when I pair futures together. That's all it is. But if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm gonna hop off soon, so now's your chance to ask any other questions before I go have my salmon and my rice. That is hopefully not burnt. I know at least some of it's not burnt. But yeah, I don't really want to just sit here if no one has any questions, so. I didn't burn the rice. I will literally send a photo in the indices chat of my rice that is not burnt. Bon appetit. What days you low probability? Monday, and then the days prior to the first red folder news event, and then days that I don't understand what's going on. If I don't know what's going on, it's low probability for me, even if other people know what's going on. How many trades do I take per day? One max. It maybe two, but no, it's like mostly one max. Yeah, I talked about turtle soup on this video at the very beginning. People just like the word turtle soup. There you go. And go back in the video and see why it's a high probability setup. I just use gold. For gold, I just use silver. You can see it right here. Right, so you can see that SMT on the high for gold. See that? SMT on the low. Basically getting on all the reversals. I don't have a video. Watch AM Trades video. I'm telling you guys, if you watch that video, it'll answer a lot of your questions. If my bias is bullish for the day, does that mean London session will give you a bearish setup? I don't watch London session, so I could care less what it does. If it's bullish, then I know what I look for in New York. If it's bearish, then I know what I look for in New York. I gave my candlestick settings in the very beginning of the video as well. Turtle soup and AMD. All right, here, ready? Here's a turtle soup. What is an AMD? There you go. Can they be together? Yeah. There's the turtle soup within an AMD. I don't know. People are so fascinated with turtle soups. If you look, yeah, I am. And then if you look in my channel, I dropped the AM trades video I'm talking about. How many years? 3 years. 1 before ICT. Yeah, there's a soup into the mitigation block. I mean, like, if you're calling that, you sure? See, for me, I don't really care to call it a turtle soup. Like, I just call it a stop raid. Where are we? There you go. Now, this is what makes them high probability. But I have question about your silver bullet kill zone New York AM session, bro, today in US 100. How can I get the trade? Can you show us, please? What do you mean? Like the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. window? I don't personally use it. I use from 8:30 to 10, or I mean to 12. But if you guys want to actually learn something, here is what it is. All right, here you go. This is the sauce of 10 a.m. There you go. That's why 10 a.m. is important. I don't know if I need to circle. If you can get in on this, you get a very nice move most days. Shall we zoom out and see? 10 a.m. open. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. There's 10. The PM session has been doing a little better lately, but 10 a.m. 10 a.m. This one didn't do much. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Made the reversal. It's the open, high, low close of the 4-hour candle. Like when you see people turtle souping the 1 minute in the silver bullet window, that's what they're using. What's up? Don't mess me up. How do you know 10 a.m. news wouldn't stop him out before expanding? So the thing is with his entry, he's entered down here. 10 a.m. news is up here. Bias is up. If anything, 10 a.m. should drive us higher through the draw on liquidity. $8:30 New York time and NASDAQ, please. I don't know what you mean. That's like a statement, not a question. Not sure there. Yeah, it is the box setup. The box setup is just like a little